Hey, what's up guys, it's Robo, and I'm pretty sure we all have that one really nostalgic game that probably played a big part in you becoming a gamer. Me and Nizio have quite a few of those games, so that is why today we're going to be counting on the top 10 most nostalgic games for us. Make sure to leave a like if you like videos like this, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get started. Starting off with number 10, we have Halo Reach. Now, I can remember every time we get a break, every winter break, every weekend, I'd hop on this game. I'd get up super early, turn on the Xbox, and after that we'd just be playing for hours. There is no stopping us. There's a squad of about 5 of us, and we would just play non-stop every day. And this one gives me a lot of nostalgia for a lot of reasons. And if you haven't played Halo Reach or any Halo games, you definitely don't know what you're doing with your life, and you should definitely go out and buy a Halo game or find someone with a Halo game and play it right now. Although Halo 4 wasn't the best, I recommend either Halo Reach or Halo 3 because those were my top 2 Halo games. But these are the top 2 nostalgic games, so we're just going to keep it to Halo Reach for now.
Coming in at number 9, we have GTA San Andreas. Now, I think this is a most nostalgic game for a lot of people. Not me, this is kind of at the bottom of my list personally. Now, I used to play this game on PS2 a little bit when I was younger, but recently I bought it during the winter Steam sale, and I've been really enjoying it. I played it a lot and just reliving that nostalgia. So yeah.
I think I can safely say I would not be the man I am today without Blob 2. You can tell by the footage that it's a very colorful game, and it just, I don't know, there's not much to say about it, but it's a really good game, which I beat multiple times and I wasted countless hours, but it was good. It was actually helping me to grow and whatnot. But yeah, that's Blob 2 for you. It's a really colorful game.
Coming in at number 7, we have Pokemon. Now, mainly the older ones, because those are the ones that are most nostalgic to me, like the ones for the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color. I enjoyed playing a lot of these games, just waking up and playing it all day long until I have to go to sleep, and it's really nostalgic for me, and just the amount of hours I put into these games is just crazy, especially as, you know, a 5-year-old. And yeah, so that's number 7 for me.
Now, My Sims Kingdom is the game that I'd say that really developed my taste that I have in games nowadays. I do tend to enjoy more colorful games that have a lighter tone than darker games, and that goes for art style as well. I'm not really a big fan of the Skyrim, Shadow of Mordor, dark, gleamy type art style that we see in a lot of games these days. I mean, it doesn't have to be like Super Mario colorful for me to enjoy it. I'm not really a fan of the game having a color spectrum from gray to gray, you know what I mean? But My Sims Kingdom, it was a really great game. I got it on my Wii when I was like, what, 7, 8, I don't even remember, it was so long ago. But yeah, even though the game was meant for kids and I was a kid when I played it, I think I wouldn't enjoy story games if it weren't for My Sims Kingdom. Again, even though the story was meant for kids, it was kind of like developing my sense of video game story sense. I don't know, but it's just a really great game for kids overall. And if you have kids, I don't know what you'd be watching me, but if you have kids, you should definitely go buy this for them. Have them experience a whole new sense of reality. And I sound like I'm doing a PS3 commercial, but whatever. My Sims Agents is a great game for kids, and I don't know, that's all I had to say about it.
Coming in at number 5, we have Zelda Majora's Mask. Now, I didn't play this game as much, but it's still like a really nostalgic game for me. I don't know, even though I didn't play it as much, it still just brings back more nostalgia than Pokemon and San Andreas does for some reason. I don't know, it's just the whole Zelda franchise is really nostalgic, but specifically Majora's Mask is just, I don't know, that game has the most nostalgia for me, and I enjoy it a lot. So that's number 5 for me.
When I turned 6, I got a Nintendo DS, and boy oh boy, that was just the start of a long and enduring journey that I have enjoyed every second of the way. What I mean by journey is my gaming career, if you could call it that. For number 4, we have a really interesting game, Super Mario Bros. DS. This was the game that I played just tons and tons and tons, and I could never put it down. It was so addicting. Super Mario Bros. Or New Super Mario Bros. DS was just the game that I would take on road trips and long car rides, and just anywhere where I didn't want to be there in real life, I would take this game. It now didn't have the best graphics because it was released in what, like 2004, 2005, but this was a special game. Graphics don't matter as long as your gameplay is spot on, and I think Nintendo knows that. The reason this game isn't higher on my list is because it's not really a story game. It's more of it's a platformer. It's a Mario game. You know what Mario games are like. I mean, there are story to them, but it's kind of a background noise to the overlaying gameplay. Not that I'm saying that I don't like new Super Mario Bros. Or any of the Mario games, but I do tend to prefer story than gameplay, but it depends on what game it is, and Mario is definitely not one of those games.
Coming in at number 3 for most nostalgia games, we have Medal of Honor European Assault. Again, this is more just kind of like a personal one. I don't know if a lot of people really think this as a nostalgic game, but for me, I played this game a lot. It was the first first-person shooter that I ever played. It was just really enjoyable as a first-person shooter game for the time being, and especially for my younger self. And I don't know, this game, it really stood out to me, and I still have it. I play it sometimes, and it's just a lot of fun.
Okay, and finally for my number 1, this is the absolute most nostalgic game that I know of. I played this game so long. This is like a mix between My Sims Kingdom and New Super Mario Bros. DS. My Sims Agents was the game that I was obsessed with. Now, I told you I was obsessed with My Sims Kingdom, but My Sims Agents was absolutely crazy. I picked it up in the summer of 2011 or 2012, I believe. I can't remember. I did that summer there was no summer. It was just My Sims Agents. That was the only thing that I did for the entire summer. Wake up, make a bowl of cereal, get on the Wii, play My Sims Agents. That was my life for those 3 months. I was mostly interested in the story, and I actually was so interested. If you guys want me to make a whole video about this, I can, but I don't think I really need to. That I actually wrote a sequel for My Sims Agents. Like, I wrote it out, all the dialogue trees and everything. I wrote it out on a notepad, and that's all I would do for the next school year. And it was a little bit obsessive, but it was a really good game in my opinion. I thought, well, at least I thought it was a really good game. I mean, some of my friends were actually pretty tired of hearing about My Sims Agents, but to me that was the best game that could have ever been manufactured. And that's probably why I'm doing game development now, especially like story writing and stuff like that. So I probably wouldn't have the same creative aspect to my story writing if it weren't for My Sims Agents and that sequel that I wrote on pen and paper in school every day for the next 6 months. But yeah, enough about My Sims Agents. I'll give it to Nizio so we can finish it off with number 1.
Finally, last but not least, we have number 1, Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube. Now, Spider-Man 2 is one of those games, again, that probably doesn't stand out to a lot of people as most nostalgic, but to me, I played this game for thousands of hours because I've had it for so many years, and I really loved it, especially when Spider-Man is your favorite superhero, and you love video games, and you're 5 years old, 4 years old, however old I was, and just all the combination of that just equals thousands of hours of gameplay, like I said. Now, Spider-Man 2, I don't remember beating the game at all. I just remember exploring most of the open world option that this game had, especially since we could go climb to like the Empire State Building and do all that fun stuff, and it was a really fun game to me. So yeah, that's number 1 for me.
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want more top 10s like this, and I will see you guys later. Peace.